Hi, I'm Michael Senoff, founder and CEO of HardToFindSeminars.com. For the last 5 years, I've interviewed the world's best business and marketing minds. Along the way, I've created a successful publishing business, all from home from my two-car garage. When my first child was born, he was very sick, and it was then that I knew I had to have a business that I could operate from home. Now my challenge is to build the world's largest free resource for online downloadable MP3 audio business interviews. I knew I needed a site that contained strategies, solutions, and inside angles to help you live better, to save and make more money, to stay healthier, and to get more out of life. I've learned a lot in the last 5 years, and today I'm going to show you the skills you need to survive. Hotline is the most recent customer of that list renter. So if it's my list, the hotline would be someone who's bought from me in the last 30 days. My list is a list of people who bought a diet aid to lose weight, and you have a product that would maybe enhance the diet aid, or it's another diet aid, or something related to diet exercise equipment or an exercise video. You're going to want me while I'm hot as soon as you can. If you wait, I may be off my diet. So the hotline names are more responsive. They're the most recent customers because recency is important when you're trying to sell someone. The best time to sell someone is right at the same time they bought. Every day that goes by, they cool off. You got to get them while they're in heat. Hi, this is Michael Senoff with HardToFindSeminars.com. Here's another 30-minute flash consult with a gentleman named Eric. Eric is a customer of mine, and he called me to get some advice about direct mail mailing lists. We talk about several issues related to direct mail, mailing lists, and copywriting. I hope you enjoy. I know what happened with the business deal, and deal didn't go down, and there were concerns on both parts. So where are you at right now?
Well, what I started to do is I started to say, well, you know what, I understand a lot of the ins and outs of the health industry, and I have contact with people who actually can make compounds. So I'm actually just working on all the systems right now. For instance, making sure that I have a company that can take care of the orders. I don't know if you use 2Checkout or one of those, I think, on your website. I can't remember. I
use PayPal, but 2Checkout is one option. They're pretty expensive as far as the fees they charge, but you can get yourself set up with a credit card processor pretty easily, even if you have poor credit. I would recommend Card Service International. Card Service International will get you started. Who do you bank with right now?
Bank of America.
You can call Bank of America. Tell them that you're starting a business. If you want to do this, you got to get a DBA and open up a business account. Go down, get a DBA, call it something generic, and call it Health Labs, Industries, whatever, Briggs Health Products, or something generic where you can have multiple products under that. So get a fictitious business name, go register it down at the county courthouse, and then bring that paperwork back to the bank, open up a simple business account, and then once you have a business account open, put a couple $100 in there, and then talk to the branch manager and tell them you're interested to accept Visa and MasterCard for your bank account. At least starting it, you're going to have to test something. You're going to have to test the sales letter. You're going to have to see if you've got a winning sales promotion, if you're going to test it in the direct mail. And you can test small. So even if you get only 20 or 30 or 40 orders, you and your wife can operate it right out of the house. Once you know you have a test in a statistical sample with a certain mailing list, then if you know you've got a winner, then you can get all set up in more of the big time and have a fulfillment company do all that. But really the first step is really testing and seeing if you have a winning promotion.
I get you. I have the cart before the horse.
Exactly. Test it. See if you have a winner. Once you have a winner, the money's there. It's just waiting for you to mail out more. And it may take you 6 months to get a sales letter or something that proves to pay out.
See, that kind of leads me to where I was going to go with you. Are you a joint venture partner with anyone in that industry, like myself?
No, not at this time. I'm not.
Is that an idea that has attraction for you?
I'm always open to hear deals. I've got a lot of projects going on, and I'm open to it. I'm not interested in really having too many partners, because if you came to me with some kind of proposal, I'm open to it, but I can pretty much create and develop any kind of product myself and keep all the profit. You know, I've got that ability, and it's like, why would I do it and split it with someone when I can feed my family twice as much as with my own efforts? That's kind of where I'm at right now.
I completely understand.
Yeah, you you can't blame me, and you would do the same.
I do the same.
What did you have in mind? What would be ideal for you?
The thing is that I understand that copy is extremely important, and a fast start with a test, a top-notch copywriter is extremely expensive. So you're not cheap at all.
No, I'm not.
That's why, from that standpoint, I was going to ask you what you charge for your sales letters, if you've ever taken a company position in lieu of cash in an ongoing royalty in a company.
With copywriting, the sales letter is really everything. And if I was to do copywriting or create a sales letter, however I did it, I would really want to be paid up front. But I'm really not for hire. But it doesn't mean you can't find other copywriters. Now, I can refer you to a copywriter, actually, who does a pretty good job. He's not the best of the best, but he's pretty serious. He's out of England, and he's done a couple letters for me. There's a lot of excitement in him. I think he's a little lazy. He could really do his research a little bit more, but it wouldn't be a bad start, and I'm sure he's hurting for work. He's out in England, and he would definitely, if I referred you to him, be willing to put something together that may work out. Now, if you want to work something out on a joint venture that way, I would entertain something like that, where if I hooked you up with him, I endorsed you, he did the work for you, and I negotiated it all for you, then I would take a joint venture position in that.
I'd be more than happy to do something like that, Michael. Just from my dealings with you in the past, I have no problem.
That I think I can do. I got a guy who is hungry for work, and I've tried him out on a couple things, and he's done a pretty good job, pretty talented.
Pretty good testing that you got from it.
Well, I haven't even tested the letters, but I can tell good work when I see it.
No good copy.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, see, the thing is, I'm thinking, and this is where I think you can really help me, because you're very much online. Would I be smart to start with online or offline? Because the business I was going to buy was basically all offline. They had an atrocious amount of expense, but they made an atrocious amount of money.
The company you were looking at buying, you had a lot of insider information. I said, what was their number one product? And you told me it was this green drink. So why not just start with something like that? Go with a green drink. Now, you've got the copy that sold their green drink, right?
Right.
I'm not saying steal it. You can't steal it because it's copyrighted. But you could dissect that and look at that letter, and you could provide that letter to the copywriter and say, here's a letter that's proven out pretty successful, and give him all the details on it and have him recreate it in his own way. So you've got a winning formula right there. Do you know some of the details on that green drink sales letter? It's a green powder drink that gives you all the nutrients.
Absolutely. They do a breakdown of them, and of course they have their own proprietary one. Well, they call it proprietary just because they've added things that they think will
enhance it.
And of course it'd be easy for me to throw another product in that to make my own proprietary one, and a product that I believe would expand the ability of the product to work. Probably very, very cheap. Now, what they do is build excitement in their sales letter. They do an exhaustive job of really explaining the benefits.
Is it direct mail sales letter, or is it in their catalog?
They do a catalog, and then they do postcards.
Do they have just a hard-hitting letter in an envelope just for one product, or are they trying to sell multiple products?
They do the individual letters with envelopes.
Where are the sales from this green drink coming from?
When you say where, you mean as far as what segment of the market?
How are sales being generated for the green drink?
Catalog sales accounted for last year $226,412 of their sales. The catalog actually is a separate category.
For the green drink, or for all their products?
That's all the products. And then under green drink, which was probably basing more or less a separate launch with its own packet, they did $2.9 million.
With the green drink?
Yeah.
Were they selling to existing customers or cold lists?
They have a house list that they say is nearing 65,000 to 70,000 people.
Is there a list on the rental market?
Yes, it is. I was at the library yesterday. I can give you some information. I was using the SRDS. They have a minimum order of 5,000. The average unit of sale is $125 on this list, which is huge. 59,208 product buyers in the last 24 months. In the last 12 months of just 2004, 46,734 buyers. And then they list hotline buyers, which I need to find out more about.
How many hotline buyers?
In the fourth quarter of 2004, 21,393.
And this is buyers from any of their products in their catalog?
Yes.
Do they give you selects by product or anything?
List info at Ruin Response. Ruin Response Medicine Services.
They handle. Okay.
I actually met with VP from there. Because when he flew down to meet with everybody, I was there. So I'm sure that it'd be possible to get that. I bet you I could probably approach him and say, hey, I want this list. I spoke to you when you were there.
Well, you can rent that list, or you can rent other lists. The list, yes, is very important, but it's your sales piece, your promotion, your sales letter, selling the product. Have you seen a sales piece for that green drink?
Yes, I have.
How many pages is it?
The green drink, I know, had the postcard, and then they have at least a page or two.
That's it to sell the product?
Yeah, once it was separated separated from the catalog, it wasn't that big of a sales letter. Maybe 2 pages front and back, and then it had a postcard with the offer on it.
And who was their market? Who was buying it?
Basically, over 50, the baby boomer market with the growing, getting ready to retire.
And what were the main benefits of it?
Just to alkalize the body, to create an environment where cancers and other major health problems like that would not be able to take root, and energy.
So is this the thing you want to test, this green drink? Or your own version of it?
Absolutely. I saw the shortfall in there. I saw some things that I'd like to do better. For instance, I'll give you an example. Of course, you can shoot them down as I tell you if they don't make sense. One thing that I saw was that they offer the better deal and the best deal. Good, better, best. One container, actually might have been 1, 3, 6, and 12. And of course, get correspondingly stronger, or more expensive. But the last one, the biggest one that had 12 in it, actually was including free shipping and a free $20 gift certificate. Of course, that's pretty much standard, I'm sure. But one thing I thought was interesting, they do offer auto ship, but it's not prominent. It's not something that they even push. I would have thought that it would have been more something to utilize. Another thing, I'm thinking to myself, okay, let's say that a customer wants to buy one to try it out. But let's say that 3, 6, and 12 might be interesting to them, but it's just, I don't have the money right now. Why not have some kind of a flex pay, for instance, for the 12, like 3 to 6 payments? Why not have a flex pay on the 3 of 2 payments? Just something that you can get more of the consumer where they're not maybe able to spread it out or buy it all at once otherwise. But also another thing I was thinking about, lowering the risk. Obviously, there's money back guarantee. These people give 90 days on the food product. I have read and done research and found that they say that almost like those QVC or HSN things where they give a lifetime empty bottle guarantee, returns only go up to a certain degree, but sales really jump.
These are all hidden marketing assets now that you've looked at this business that they're not optimizing.
And another thing, at a certain purchase point, order with us, try it. We won't bill your credit card for 30 days. Well, you get the authorization, but you just don't bill it for 30 days.
Yeah, you can do that, but you don't want to really wait for your money. If you want to test this thing, you need to get the money to finance the whole business. Unless you can get your product price down. You had an example of a minimum 500 containers of the green drink powder at $13.78. How big of a container is this?
That was for 10 ounce, 9.4 to 10.4 ounce.
You need to get this price down, I think.
Well, you know what? I was at Vitamin Oil yesterday. They have a 9.4 with their label on it. I don't know if they actually have a copyright on that product, but it's $19.78 for a container. And then the first week of the month, you get buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one half off. Is
this $13.78 your cost on the product?
Actually, they got this was $12.78, I think. That was even more value, but it was my cost.
And what's the product retail for? This company selling it for?
This company is selling it for $49.95. At one container. Cut it depending on how many containers you're buying.
You're listening to an exclusive interview found on Michael Senoff's HardToFindSeminars.com. Yeah, you need to get your price down to under $5, I think. And I think you can do it. Go search the internet. The benefits of the product is important, definitely, but the benefits are what you're selling. And if it's not a green drink, maybe it can be something else. Another product that delivers the same benefits like spirulina, blue-green algae. There's all kinds of, it could be aloe vera juice, aloe vera concentrate. It could be any of these products. And just find something that costs less money but that delivers great benefits. Aloe vera is a fantastic product. There's all kinds of stuff.
What you're saying is absolutely true. One of the key products, and it's expensive, is human growth hormone, HGH.
Yeah, I'd stay away from that one.
Really?
Yeah, because there's a lot of heat on that with the government. eBay is regulating that. You can't use the words. There's all kinds of regulations with that HGH stuff.
Huh. I knew there was a lot of heat for the ephedra products, but I didn't realize the HGH on eBay.
Oh, definitely. Aloe vera's got a great history of healing. There's some romance to it.
They don't have that. That's interesting.
Go search aloe vera juice. Totally consumable. Just because this company had a green drink that's successful doesn't mean you have to stick with that. You can find any product out there on the market. Some products that have great marketing, great copy, and just be a competitor. There's room. Just do it better.
That's true. And some of the ideas I have are improvements on what they're doing. The aloe vera, the whole family was taking that. It was used for my burns. I had some bad burns once.
Absolutely. There's aloe vera farms, there's product lines of nothing but aloe vera. You want something that's consumable, that has benefits, and go through the SRDS. Look up aloe vera. I'm just giving you examples. Find something that's already working and just compete, borrow, and modify.
Exactly. And that would be a fairly inexpensive compound. That even if I added one or two elements to it for my own proprietary compound, it wouldn't be 10 or 12 or 15 bucks a bottle.
That's right. You got to have at least over 10 times cost in your product. Your cost of your product should be covered in your shipping and handling fee.
Exactly.
And then everything else should be pure profit.
You know what? There's a website, Certified Natural Laboratories. It's as low as $48 a bottle. I can get a product at as low as $2.50 a bottle made.
Certified National Laboratories?
Certified Natural.
What do they make? The sublingual stuff?
No, these are all caps. From this standpoint, these are all an economy line and a premium line. I could use their labels. Of course, I would run my own label. But they'll ship for dirt cheap.
And they have all kinds of stuff?
Oh, my goodness. Everything from breast enhancement, male enhancement, sexual health for men and women.
Well, you have to send me the link. Basically, the products are a dime a dozen. You can find them already formulated. So these people will drop ship and everything for you?
For example, they said 48 in a case of their economy product, $2.50 a bottle. I think the shipping was like $5 a case, which hardly adds anything to the product, a little bit more than a dime. So what I was thinking is my shipping and handling of $6.95, let's say, because that's what my competitor has, that would cover the cost of this product. It would cover the shipping and the labeling.
The product's important. It's all the marketing.
It's the sizzle, not the steak.
That's right. So that's what you got to think.
This is really good. This is kind of galvanizing to talk about it, because what I don't want to do, Michael, is I don't want to mess around. And I don't want to say, well, I have to have a whole bunch of money to do this. Now, when you do a test, is there a point where it's just really pointless to test?
You don't want to waste your money in a test. I've heard you want to test something large enough to where you can generate at least 20 orders. But let's say if it's $5,000 a name and it's 15 cents a name, so it's $150 a thousand, so you're going to spend $750 on your names, okay? But you don't have to mail all your names. You can just mail 500 of them. So it's going to cost you $750 and let's say $250 for the mailing. It's going to cost you about $1,000 to test a sales letter to a market. Depending on the price of your product, if you can pull 2%, the difference between a huge mega winner and a loser can be just 0.1%. So if you mail at 1,000 and you get 2%, that'll be 20 orders out to the hotlines, the best names there on the list. Well, for example, let's say you're renting from a list that has 40,000 hotlines every month, and you pull a 2% and it makes you a certain amount of money. You have right there 40,000 new people to mail out to every month. When you're choosing your list, make sure it has a nice large universe, lots of hotlines, lots of new customers. A hotline is the most recent customer of that list renter. So if it's my list, the hotline would be someone who's bought from me in the last 30 days or the last 60 days. If you're going to mail to someone, you want to mail to someone who's hot. If my list is a list of people who bought a diet aid to lose weight, and you have a product that would maybe enhance the diet aid, or it's another diet aid, or something related to diet exercise equipment or an exercise video, you're going to want me while I'm hot. I just spent money with my credit card on a diet aid, so you're going to hit me up right then, as soon as you can. If you wait, I may be off my diet. So the hotline names are more responsive. They're the most recent customers, because recency is important when you're trying to sell someone. The best time to sell someone is right at the same time they bought. Every day that goes by, they cool off. You got to get them while they're in heat.
Let me ask you this. This is a very important question. Remember I was telling you about the $6.95 shipping and handling that this company does? People don't even blink at it. And it's only charged, I think, if they only get the one item. Let's say the product only costs me $2.50. I sell it for $25. And, of course, I'm talking about $2.50 the product and all the labeling and all and the shipping and everything covered by the shipping and handling. Is it $6.95 shipping and handling for $25 or $20 or $1 product?
I think people expect to pay average of $6.95 for shipping for anything. I would sell the product for more money. I think $25 is too cheap. I don't care what it is. It should be maybe a $59 or $69 product.
I get you.
But your cost of the product is $250. You can ship it for probably $250. You can pay all your administrative support, handling, taking the data, all that stuff, and that should all be covered in your $6.95 shipping and handling fee. It's shipping and handling, not just shipping. So you can charge whatever you want for handling. So your $6.95 will cover your entire cost of everything except your advertising.
It's really interesting, Michael. As far as pricing, you kind of just threw a price point out there. Should I test price points?
Lead with something, and I would start higher than lower. You know, you got to test each thing individually. If someone wants it, is $25 compared to $60 really going to make a difference if there's a risk reversal in there?
No.
You got to have the margins in there. If you do a good job, if you have the right copywriter, your work should be put into the sales letter that's selling whatever you have. And if it's a multi-page letter, 4 pages, 5, 6, 7, the more you tell, the more you sell, then you can justify the cost of that product in your sales letter. You can get 69. You may be able to get 109. I mean, it just depends.
You know, that's very interesting. And boy, would that be awesome, you know? And then I could do the auto ship and then the multi-packs of it.
You can only have an auto ship option if you want until they cancel, or you don't give them a choice and they're just on auto ship.
Now, have you seen that be pretty successful with people you dealt with?
That Vincent James guy I interviewed, that's exactly how he did it. He only offered them an auto ship option until further notice. And if you look at all the TV commercials like Gussie Rankard selling the acne products, all those are auto ship.
Boy, you got me some really good ideas. You started small. I had a secondary blind in my house, and I dropped it a long time ago. It was dedicated for the fax. I probably should start that back up.
For a fax number? Oh, a dedicated line?
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to do that. If you go to my site and go to Michael Recommends, there's a service where you can get your own 800 number, so it's an automatic voicemail. You can use a voicemail service, but you can forward this 800 number to anywhere. So, are you online right now?
No, I'm not. I'm with my wife's grandparents. They don't have a computer.
Okay, well, when you get back online, go to hardtofindseminars.com. Do you know where that section is? It's called Michael Recommends. The company is called call8.com, K-A-L-L 8.com.
Yeah.
You can get an 800 number within minutes, or even a non-800 number where the calls come into that, and you could have it directed to your cell phone, wherever you are. You can direct that number to wherever you want it to go to. So let's say you do that mailing and you have that 800 number on there, and you mail it out today, and you know calls would be coming in the next 4 or 5 days. You have it go to your home line, have it go to your cell phone. Just be able to pick up that phone and talk to those customers and pull out information, find out what made them call. Did they read the whole letter? What did they like about it? What interested them the most? What questions do they have? Because your market's going to tell you what you need to do to modify the letter, you see?
Exactly.
It's all in the research.
Yeah, to begin with, this is going to be heavy-duty, me having to be called no matter where I'm at, what I'm doing.
You know, you need the letter, the copyright. The letter is the most important thing. If you do some research, you can go to Denny Hatch. He's got a couple books out called Method Marketing. This guy has an archive of old direct mail pieces. He has over 500,000 direct mail pieces, all cataloged and archived. And you can go look at some of the old direct mail pieces, and you can buy the piece from him for $40 or $50. He'll fax it to you. And you may be able to find a piece that was very successful in the past that's not being mailed anymore for whatever reason. Maybe the company went bankrupt. Maybe it never had a copyright. Maybe you can find out who owns the copyright to it, and you could license the use of that letter that's not being used. You may be able to find very successful promotions and letters that aren't being used and either modify them or buy the rights to be able to use them and develop your own product. You know, on hardtofindads.com, you have full-page successful newspaper advertisements. For more interviews like this, please go to hardtofindseminars.com. I bought a bunch of old National Enquirers from the 1990s, and I was just flipping through them. I bought them off eBay. And you look at the full-page promotions in there. Just because they're not in there anymore doesn't mean that they weren't successful. So I would maybe go to the library. I mean, it depends how you want to sell it. Space advertising is one way, but I would start with direct mail. Just type in Denny Hatch, targetmarketing.com.
Oh, so is it all one word, Denny Hatch, Target Marketing?
No, type in Denny Hatch. You'll find his websites, or I'll email you a link. And then contact them, and they have a whole section on sales letters. You can talk to one of their advisors there and tell them what you're looking for. You're looking for old direct mail pieces selling herbal products or green drinks. They'll have it. You can buy the old letter and look at it and dissect it and find out who was mailing it. You may be able to buy the rights to it or modify it or give it to your copywriter and say, here's something that was successful. It may be a sales letter selling a aloe vera product, which you may want to take and modify for a green drink, or vice versa. Let's say they were energy pills, but it gave vitality and it had vitamins and minerals, which all the benefits are going to be the same to the human body no matter what the thing is. And modify it to your product. Have your copywriter just modify it, or you could even modify it. It's all been done before.
Yes, and why reinvent the wheel? Of course, I have to tell you, I'm very involved with my congregation, and I have meetings. It concerns me because I don't want to send the wrong message right away if I'm not available. If I'm doing this or I'm doing that and I'm not available to take a call, then that's a sale loss.
Oh, yeah, if you're doing a test, you better make sure there's someone there to answer the phone.
Right, and it can't be a provider because you can't give them scripts or information on all those products.
Now, what do you mean you're involved with your congregation?
If I get a call like 7:30 or 8 o'clock at night.
If you have to hire someone locally, or do you have any family there? If you use the call 8 number and forward it to whoever's handling the calls are recorded so you can monitor the person who's handling your calls, and you tell them that you're going to be monitoring how they handle the calls. And you can have a script of what they need to say. Those audio recordings are sent to you via email so you can monitor that person. And you just got to make sure someone's handling the calls on your test. Should be you, you know?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I want it to be. Call 8 sounds like a really good product.
Well, at least you'll know that if someone dials that number and they hang up, call 8 is wonderful because it picks up all the caller IDs, even if they're not supposed to pick up caller IDs. So it gives you or your telemarketer a chance to see the number where the call came from, and if you miss it or they hang up, you can call them back and say, hey, I know you just called. Were you calling about the green drink? And then you just say, I was on the other line. I missed your call. How can I help you?
Call 8's pretty inexpensive.
Very inexpensive. It's great. This service has saved me thousands of dollars because I have people who call for expensive packages that I sell and they hang up, but I just call back and I have the caller ID. It's emailed to me instantly. I say, hey, I know you just called. I missed your call. This is Mike. How can I help you? And then I'm able to find out what they want. In some cases, by me calling back, it's resulted in large dollar sales.
Because of the health issue in the past, huge documents and things like that, my credit looks excellent now, but I've had to file at one point.
You have filed bankruptcy?
Yeah.
In many cases, there's merchant providers who can still do that. Now, if that doesn't work, if someone has a credit card and they really want the product, you can set it up through PayPal or to checkout. There's other options.
Right. I thought it was going to hurt me a little bit.
It'd probably be a little more frustrating, but I think there are merchant providers that will service people who went through bankruptcies. You may pay higher points, but they are available.
I know 2 checkouts like 5.5%. But like you said, if the product's $59, $69 or more, early on, using that is not a problem.
You'd have to check with PayPal. I don't know all the legalities on it. But if someone has a Visa or MasterCard, you may be able to just log into PayPal. Oh, no, you'd have to set their account up. You're just going to have to work those details out.
I'll work on that.
The most important thing is testing a letter, getting a product and a letter and a promotion put together and then tested. And if it's not winning based on your price, then there's no need to do anything.
Right. Just go into another product.
Yeah, or just revamp it or try it again.
Now, the copyright in England you were talking about, I'm interested in having you.
Now that we've talked, I'm thinking you're better off finding an existing promotion and just modifying it yourself.
Okay, that'd be not hard. Like you said, there's so many ads out there.
Start with Denny Hats, target marketing.
I was wondering if you would just try to point me in that direction and not even worry about that other option right now.
Yeah, this is probably the better way to go.
Yeah. And maybe as time goes on with other products, if I can't get it this way, then I go to copyright once I have money to spend.
It's the Who's Mailing What archive. You just got to do a search on Google, Denny Hats. You'll find it. It is a vast library of direct mail data and packages, more direct mail intelligence, easy search capabilities, thousands of scanned images, all seamless online ordering. For over 20 years, the Who's Mailing What archive has been the leader in the direct mail intelligence, now online and searchable database with direct mail package details and scanned images. The Who's Mailing What archive lets you see the mailing packages other companies have mailed in order to learn from their test and direct mail controls. This is perfect for you.
It is. That is perfect. I'm going to set up the business, and then I'm going to go ahead and get the call 8 set up, check with PayPal, check with my merchant services in my bank first, because I do have a relationship with them down there. Maybe there's something that they can do for me. I'm going to talk to Certified Natural, find out if they have an LO, first of all. Some of the other products like that, like you were saying, not necessarily green.
Call Certified Natural. Ask them what their biggest seller is. Go call these private labelers. Talk to them. What's selling? Tell them you're interested in private labeling a line of products. What's hot? What's selling?
Top 5, the top 3.
Yeah, top 1. What is moving right now?
So I try to create a market where people can just jump on the market. And like you said, the copy will do it. And then I have friends in the nutrition business, and I just have them help me to get all the benefits on paper of all these products, questions that people ask, to make sure that I'm able to answer the key questions that people ask about the product, things like that. Not hard. That's really a great idea. And it sounds like I could do this and not go bankrupt.
There's so many things you can do. But, you know, it's like I said, you can go in and consult. You can find someone who's already got a business, but just get on their mailing list, see what their letters look like, see if they're successful in spite of themselves, and use the stuff we talked about to rev up their sales. You know, you You may be able to buy into a business already existing. There's thousands of little mom-and-pop people trying to make a buck off these herbal products. They already have the Visa MasterCard terminals. They already are set up. They already have their formulas. They already have their private labels. You can go in as a consultant and offer to buy their company based on a performance and just have them stay on with you, just like what you were going to do, but instead of $1 million company, even if it's a little company doing $50,000 a year or $20,000 a year, their infrastructure is all set up, which you don't have.
Yeah, websites, everything.
And that's going to save you time.
That's true. I have a friend who has that right now.
Work a deal with them, and you be the brains in the background, hammer out an agreement that when you build this company to a certain level, that you take a percentage of ownership or all of it or whatever. These people have already invested the time and the labor and getting the credit card terminals. Do it under their name. You work on a commission. Have them pay you a percentage out of gross sales or profits. Let them run it. What do you want to run the company for? It's a nightmare. All you need is a sales letter that works.
Isn't that amazing?
Leverage off the efforts of others. Let them run it. You don't want to run a company. What a nightmare. They just want more sales. You help them get more sales. That's what I would do.
That is so true. And my mind is that way. My talent is in that area. I can see possibilities. And I've been wired that way just from all the research and studying I've done and the materials I got from you and the services you offer.
These things we talked about, I'll send you this recording. You can re-listen to it and take some notes and do it that way. You don't want to run a company. You want to find someone who's already got something that's not working, but the infrastructure's set up. Then you want to go to who's mailing what and look at their letters. You got to research and find something that's successful, a letter that was very successful in the past selling a product that would give your potential market the same benefits. Then you got to find your product where you can have the cost of the product and the fulfillment and the shipping all covered in the price of the shipping and handling. Your main thing is testing that letter and making sure you have control of the intellectual property on that letter. That's the moneymaker, is that sales letter.
That's right, because if I can license it.
Yeah, you can license it or you can use it and modify it, all of the above.
And then if they can't license it because I've got it, wow, that makes sense.
Does that sound easier to do than starting and building a whole company from scratch?
Yeah, it does. And I've got the time to do that, too.
Yeah, do some search on Google. Talk to some people selling herbal products. Talk to some of the private labelers. You got to do your research. Ask them what's hot, what's going on. It's all research.
I don't want to just jump out there and do what most businesses do. Spend all this money, put all this time, and come to find out I think they've done it so much easier.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that makes total sense, Mike. You know, it's funny. I've been writing a lot of notes down. I appreciate you sending me this recording because I will get a lot more information.
I'll send it to you, no problem at all. I'll email it over to you.
You got a very valuable business, you know that?
Thank you.
The reviews on the internet about you, they're always excellent.
Good, that's what we want.
The business is going well.
I enjoy it. It keeps me thinking, and there's always something to do, you know. I need to do what you're doing. I need to just get a product, write a killer sales letter, and make millions, but I'm crazy because I just want to keep doing audio interviews. I've got a great site right now, but I want to double it. Once it's all set up, then I'm ready to do my marketing, which I haven't done in years. But I want the infrastructure all set up and everything.
Wow.
Which I'm doing. It's going good, though.
You know, it's interesting what you said. I could actually get a client, have them add products that I've researched, and have the sales letters for even. Add their revenue that way. That's perfect. That really makes a lot of sense. That's strong. Wow.
That's the way to go.
That is. That way I don't have to touch it. I don't have to worry about it.
Have it all automatic. All right, anything else you can think of that's on your mind?
Boy, we covered the testing. We covered the credit cards, because that was concerned to me. We covered 800 contacts, pricing thing that was in my mind. You told me where to look for the ads.
We can always talk more.
But I really appreciate you being available. I'm really sorry that this didn't work out. You know, that company, I believe, is thinking to close last week. But see, that's a whole other thing. This guy has a non-compete. He's sitting there with all this money, millions of dollars, and we got along fine. I had actually thought about approaching him and saying, listen, do you want to do something? Do you want a preferred stock all in the voting? And, you know, he just makes some money. Because he has all the contacts for all his products at the cheapest prices. You know what I mean?
Well, work it out.
Yeah, I'll work it out. Hey, let me let you go.
All right, you call me if you need anything.
All right, thanks.
I'll email this over to you.
Sweet, okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
If you go back to my site, and in the products page, along the light blue section down on the left, you're going to see another link that has a lot of value, and it all has to do with joint ventures. Go to that page, and you're going to hear about an offer on a joint venture system like no other. If you read the letter there, it'll describe all the benefits, and the offer is virtually risk-free, meaning you can order my joint venture system, have it sent sent to you without paying a dime. Have 30 days to review it, to digest all the information. Happy with it after 30 days, do you pay? It's an offer you can't lose on, and if you're enjoying this content, you're really going to love what I have waiting for you on the joint venture link at the products page at hardtofindseminars.com. Go check it out. I think you'll really enjoy it. That's the end of this recording with Eric. I hope this has been helpful to you. Please look around the site and make sure you look for new recordings related to marketing, direct mail, and advertising. Thanks for listening. Hi, it's Michael Senoff with Michael Senoff's HardToFindSeminars.com. Here's some information on my HMA marketing consulting system. I'm going to read through the sales letter. This way you can just listen to what it's all about. Let's get started. Here's how to use Richard's simple, risk-free home study system to become a high-paid marketing consultant in 45 days or less without any prior marketing, business, or consulting experience. Dear friend, in this letter you'll learn a simple, painless, and inexpensive way to become a high-paid marketing consultant in the next 45 days, complete with paying clients and a steady flow of income that comes in year after year. It doesn't matter what your current skills are now, and it doesn't matter if you have any connections or business experience. In fact, all you really need are a few simple systems my friend Richard has developed over the years to become a high-paid and in-demand marketing consultant. And the best part is you do not have to shell out tens of thousands of dollars for the secrets, and you can even use them for yourself almost free if you choose. I'll explain the details of this offer in a second, but first, let me tell you what's in Richard's HMA system and how you can be up and running, earning money soon after getting it. To begin with, if you do your homework, you'll find that there are several competing marketing consulting business opportunities in the marketplace. I'll be the first one to advise you to look into all of them before you invest into any of them, including my HMA system. I've interviewed countless people who have paid enormous fees to attend trainings. I've received first-hand feedback on Y2 Marketing, Action International, Quantum, Topline, Peterson Consulting, and other marketing opportunities, and many of them are actually pretty good. But what separates our HMA system from the other ones I've seen is that with Richard's system, you don't need any previous marketing experience, any business connections, or even a lot of money. In fact, Richard will be the first person to tell you if he can do it, you can do it. How can he be so sure? Because when Richard started, he was broke himself and had very poor selling, speaking, marketing, and presentation skills. And even today, he's just as shy and introverted as the next guy. In fact, the only difference between you and Richard is because of a simple system he invented after attending a J. Abraham marketing consulting seminar over 15 years ago. You see, Richard discovered that while J. Abraham really is a marketing genius, his system, like most other marketing consulting programs today, was not geared toward ordinary people who don't have a lot of money or natural marketing talents. J. Abraham in the early 90s had credibility, contacts, and millions of dollars. The training Jay taught his consultants was from his own millionaire perspective. But Richard was nearly broke, so broke he had to borrow money from his dad to attend Jay's training. He had no credibility and few contacts. And when Richard went out in the field to test Jay's teaching, he failed. Richard did not quit. After years of experience in organizing the marketing concepts into a workable system, Richard began to experience success. Richard had discovered his own unique system to make money as a marketing consultant that is easy to follow and simple to learn. Richard had created a system that will work whether you're a millionaire like J. Abraham or broke struggling to make the rent. It's taken Richard 15 years to perfect in tens of thousands of dollars working out the bugs and getting his system so you can approach virtually any kind of business to offer your consulting services. And since sharing his system to the public, Richard has trained marketing consultants in the U.S., the U.K., Nigeria, Luxembourg, Australia, Greece, Ireland, Canada, and even Holland, some who were totally new to marketing when they started. Here's why. With Richard's system, all you do is use the tools he's created for you the exact way he says to use them. And within the first few weeks, you can have a marketing consulting business with paying customers and large fees dwarfing anything you could make at your regular job. And best of all, you can do it all without pressure, without strain, and without the unbearable personal rejection most marketing consultants endure when getting started. For example, most people getting into the consulting business believe making cold calls to get clients is the worst and most difficult way to get clients. This method is usually reserved for the consultant who has no contacts whatsoever. While other consulting trainings tell you to make prospecting calls yourself, Richard's system trains you to pay others to do your prospecting for you. Take, for instance, the telephone prospecting script in the system. All you do is take the proven phone script, hand them to a part-time telemarketer with a copy of the Yellow Pages, and tell him or her to call businesses and read the script word for word. This simple method for getting new clients works time and time again. You do none of the calling and you still generate clients. This way, you can be sleeping in, playing golf, or even taking a vacation and have an endless stream of fresh, quality appointments coming in each and every day without you lifting a finger. Plus, in addition to these proven phone scripts, you'll get an audio training called How to Get Appointments, which takes your people step by step through the whole process on how to use the scripts. That means if you don't want to pay a lot of money for a professional telemarketer, just hire a student or a stay-at-home mom and give her the How to Get Appointments training, and she'll be just as good, if not better, than anyone else at getting you appointments. Of course, the phone is only one way to get clients. Your HMA system also has already tested direct mail letters for selling your consulting services, such as an approach letter and a follow-up letter, a proven collection of postcards designed to generate leads, and even a sample brochure and professional audio presentations. And with the simple tools he'll create, you'll be hitting your prospects from every conceivable angle, giving yourself the maximum chance of capturing those high-quality paying clients within days of starting your consulting business. And if you're really ambitious, then you can use Richard's system to create what's called the podium effect. What's the podium effect? The podium effect is this phenomenon where people will automatically respect, trust, and believe people who talk at seminars or small workshops. And since Richard also includes pre-written seminars and workshop flyers, you can fill a room, give your presentation, and watch as dozens of people scramble to hire you the second you step from behind the podium. Not sure how good you'll be at putting on presentations? No problem, because Richard has already created a powerful presentation seminar outline for you, complete with a PowerPoint presentation and all the training you'll need to be up and running fast. This is the same presentation Richard currently uses to capture clients today. More on this later. You won't have to try and figure anything out or struggle or structure your presentation. Just plug in Richard's pre-made seminar presentation, follow the word-for-word transcript, and you'll be delivering a powerful, proven presentation that gets clients fast. Easy as 1, 2, 3. And here's something else to think about. With Richard's system, you won't have to worry about not having a reputation or a track record of helping business owners with their marketing. If you've never done consulting before, I know what you may be thinking now. You're asking yourself, why should these business owners believe anything I say? You're afraid that they will ask you for proof that you can get results. You'll think they'll want referrals before they work with you. You're thinking that you have no credibility. This is only an illusion in your imagination. It's fear, not based on reality. I'm here to tell you this will not happen to you, and here's why. You must understand that your clients are not interested in you. They are only interested in the results you can bring them. Being a fully certified marketing consultant means you'll be able to draw on the successful track record of the HMA system. It's actually pretty simple. Richard has discovered a proven way for you to use his testimonials, his stories, and his success for your business. And by following Richard's simple instructions, you'll be able to borrow Richard's credibility for yourself. Plus, you'll also learn a secret way Richard has invented to create your own credibility within the first 30 seconds of meeting a potential prospect without needing any testimonials, success stories, or past successes. This is one of Richard's trade secrets, and it works like gangbusters for everyone who uses it. But here's the thing. Getting an appointment or filling a room with prospects is only step one. You can get all the appointments in the world, but if you can't close the sale, then it's all for nothing. Richard knows this more than anyone. After spending hundreds of hours and tens of thousands of dollars of trial and error, he has created a truly foolproof system that lets almost anyone turn at least 25% of your appointments into paying clients. And what makes this possible is Richard's proprietary opportunity analysis worksheet. With this simple document Richard has created, you can walk into any business, command immediate respect and attention, and literally become a marketing miracle man to the owner of that business. The reason why is because the opportunity analysis worksheet lets you literally make over a business owner's marketing and show them exactly how you will create real cash profits right before their eyes. And if this business owner you are talking with has any desire to grow his business at all, then he'll have no choice but to be impressed by you and want to work with you. In fact, the Opportunity Analysis Worksheet makes converting appointments into paying clients so simple you can even do it over the phone. Richard also shows you how to command large fees and even get paid on a portion of the sales you make for your clients for years in the future. It's called a contingency fee agreement. This should only be used with a client after they have hired you and paid you to do project work. Other expensive consulting opportunities teach you that contingency is the only and best way to sell consulting services, and it works like this. If you help your client make an extra $100,000 a year, and you make 15% contingency agreement with that client, you will pocket an extra $15,000 on top of your regular fees per year. If you do this for just 5 of your clients, you will make an extra $75,000 a year. If you do this for just 10 of your clients, you will make an extra $150,000 a year, and so on. Again, this is in addition to your regular fees. You can typically charge a client anywhere from $500 to $5,000 per project, and most clients will need at least 4 projects. And it's so easy once you understand Richard's system, because Richard really has done 90% of the work for you already. For example, his system includes endorsed letter samples. All you do is find businesses that sell similar but non-competing products and services as the business you are helping and strike a simple deal with them where they send your offer to their customer list for a portion of the profits. This way, you and your client make a bundle off the initial sales and even bigger windfall from additional sales later. All from leads that didn't cost your clients a penny to generate. Client reactivating letter samples. This is the easiest way to make fast cash for you and your client because almost nobody goes after his or her inactive clients and customers. And all you do is take one of your pre-written letters and mail it to your client's inactive customers. Watch your clients shake their head in disbelief as inactive customers they thought would never buy again come back to life, spending their money with your clients again and again and again. And remember, if you set up simple contingency deals with these clients, as Richard explains in his system, you'll get paid on all that action too. You'll get letter templates for things like special promotions, unique sales, and other events. Each letter is proven to work, and it's almost guaranteed money in your bank account every time you use one of them. These are just a few of the reasons why Richard's students report such fast and easy profits. To hear real stories from existing HMA marketing consultants in their own words, go to hardtofindseminars.com/audio clips H as in Harry, .htm. That's hardtofindseminars.com/audio clips. The A is capital A, and then audio clips with a capital H after clips.htm. You'll learn how they're able to get clients that pay cash quickly. This is why I have no problem saying nothing could be simpler than using Richard's system to make money quickly and easily as a marketing consultant. And realize this, every time you make one of your clients money using Richard's paint-by-numbers, pre-created tools, you'll become your city's marketing business guru, and you'll have the instant reputation as the go-to guy. As I said before, I've seen all other marketing consulting programs out there, and I have not yet seen anything that even comes close to Richard's system. But you certainly don't have to take my word for it, because you will see you can try everything almost free if you want and see it for yourself. But first, here's a quick breakdown of all the exclusive marketing training you'll be getting in your HMA system. HMA resource number 1. This is the actual HMA system. You'll get all 10 HMA operational manuals showing you each step of the way how to capture clients and make them real profits. This collection represents the system. Each binder walks you through all steps of the system. You'll reference these materials as you take your clients through the steps of the HMA system. Richard spent years creating and refining these modules. Each comes in their own 3-ring binder. You'll use these manuals as you follow along in resources 2 and 3. HMA resource number 2, the 1995 HMA Live Seminar Training. You'll own 25 hours of cutting-edge HMA marketing training in a downloadable audio format. Richard's first live marketing consulting seminar was conducted in early 1995. Your 1995 training features Richard at the top of his game teaching a room packed with students his system for becoming a successful marketing consultant. Each student paid $5,000 to attend. You'll be able to download, hear, and learn everything you need about capturing clients and creating marketing systems for them. It's like having Richard right there with you, showing you exactly what to do each step of the way. HMA resource number 3, the 2005 HMA Live Seminar Training. You'll get Richard's most recent live training on DVD. This is the same training Richard did from 1995, but updated 10 years later. You'll see Richard in action in full color and live in front of a room full of students eager to learn Richard's secrets of his HMA consulting system. Each DVD is professionally produced. The picture quality and sound is perfect. You can play your DVDs in your home, computer, or portable DVD players. You can even take it on the road with you. I've also arranged to have your audio from each of your DVDs converted to downloadable MP3 audio files. You'll not only be able to watch this newest training in video, but you'll have full access to download each audio as an MP3 file. You can also burn CDs to play in your home or car CD player. Any way you choose, you'll sit from the comfort of your home, car, or office and have Richard transform your mind into a human hidden marketing assets detector. After learning Richard's system, you'll be trained to sniff out found money in virtually any business lucky enough to retain your services. Richard's students pay thousands of dollars to learn what you'll get in these DVD trainings alone. HMA resource number 5, the HMA Group Training Video DVDs. This is Richard's most recent training conducting live group training for 15 business owners wanting to learn how to grow their business. The group training concept is another way for you to make money. Richard discovered that many of the businesses he talks to want his consulting services but could not afford his one-on-one fees. As a result, Richard started working with manufacturing associations and started doing group trainings with 10 to 20 business owners at a time. Each group training would last for 2 hours, twice a month for 3 months. You can charge anywhere from $500 to $3,000 per business owner. If you were to do group training for 10 businesses, and let's say you charged only $1,000 each, you would make $10,000 for only 12 hours of work. That's $830 an hour. I have never seen any easier way to make money than this. Imagine using one of your pre-written letters from your HMA system and sending it out as an email to a list of your local chamber members at no cost to you. Then, imagine prospects attending your free seminar on how to grow a business without advertising. Then imagine taking your guests through the pre-designed HMA PowerPoint presentation crafted to sell group trainings and one-on-one consulting services. Remember the podium effect? Then imagine having 10 people fighting their way to you with checkbooks in hand, ready to pay you anywhere from $500 to $3,000 each. If you're the consultant who likes action in an exciting group atmosphere and who likes to make a lot of money fast, this presentation is for you. Your set of group training DVDs will show you exactly how to execute this training. You'll have access to pre-designed workbooks to provide each one of your paying clients, and you may even have these workbooks private labeled with your consulting name on the cover. But there is a minimum order of 10 sets. HMA resource number 5. You'll get lifetime access to exclusive online training and support in your HMA University, including online audio, email, telephone backup, and more. You'll hear intensive interviews with marketing consultants making anywhere from $500 to $2 million a year doing marketing consulting. You'll learn their secret ways of making money and how they run their consulting businesses for maximum profit and minimum work. These interviews and trainings are updated regularly and published in your HMA University, which means you'll have all the support and feedback you need to make your consulting business fly right from the start. HMA resource number 6. You'll get my famous Joint Venture Magic course, including audio training, joint venture sales letters, and sample contract and agreements. This course sells for $595 on my site, but you'll get it for free as part of your HMA system. And trust me, if you do nothing else but harness the enormous power of joint ventures as explained in this course, you'll never worry about money again. Plus, this joint venture course also includes a collection of contracts and letters of agreements for use in your consulting practice. You'll have agreements for contingency marketing, copywriting, intellectual property rights, marketing consulting retainer fees, non-disclosure forms, creating new profit centers, referral fees, and many more. Without a doubt, you would have to pay tens of thousands of dollars in legal fees for a collection of agreements like these. But this entire collection is yours when you become an HMA consultant. HMA resource number 7, you get a gift certificate for $1,000 off my audio creation service. This will pay for itself 100 times over in your first year alone. Here's why. If your client can talk into a phone, I can create him an information product that can sell for anywhere between $497 and $3,900. I've done it myself. I've sold hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of information products using this very system. And with your help, he can then sell the product to use it to generate leads for his business. And of course, if you set up a contingency agreement, you will get paid on those sales too. You'll also get a certificate worth $500 off my audio infomercial service. There's nothing better than a hard-hitting audio recording that features the benefits of your product and service, and there's no better delivery than the Internet. Plus, you can also use this service for your own business. When you have your own unique audio infomercial, you'll literally ooze with the kind of ironclad credibility money can't buy, and even your most skeptical prospects will want to hire you right on the spot. And perhaps the best part about your certificate is that it can be sold or transferred to your clients. There's no expiration date as long as you remain an active HMA consultant. HMA resource number 8, free publicity and press training from the Publicity Doctor. This is huge, especially when you set up contingency or commission deals, because every time you use free publicity, money will come back to you in buckets without your clients having to do anything but answer the phone and answer a few questions. You'll learn the secret of getting millions of dollars in free publicity for your business and your clients' businesses in newspaper, magazine, television, and radio. HMA resource number 9. You'll also get the reprint and resale rights to 23 professionally written business reports, including Insider Business Strategies, 5 ways to increase your bottom line profits without spending an extra dime on advertising, Quick Fix Marketing, one-shot turnaround strategies for 50 different companies. This gives you 50 marketing plans for 50 different businesses. Chances are your client will fall under one of these categories, and you can use these reports to make your job easier than ever before. The Headline Bank, 100 top money-making headlines. How to up your profits in a down economy, 114 tips and techniques and tactics to kickstart your cash flow. Yellow Page Success Secrets. How to attract more new business with a riveting ad that captures immediate attention. How to use brochures to grow your business, and more. 23 in all. The great thing about having all these reports is not only this great business information, but that you can also resell these reports. You're going to have all the rights you need to put your own company name on them and resell them to your clients to make revenue. This is a residual income opportunity built into the HMA consulting training. You'll own these reports in Microsoft Word and PDF files so that you can reproduce these for your clients to sell to them directly. HMA resource number 10, the marketing, reprint, and duplication rights to a collection of my 117 hours of audio content and written transcripts from hardtofindseminars.com. You'll own the use rights, not the resale rights, to over 117 hours of downloadable audio interviews, marketing lessons and transcripts by Bob Bly, Mark Joyner, Gary Halbert, J. Conrad Levinson, Tom Hopkins, Brian Keith Voiles, Carl Galletti, Ted Nicholas, Joe Vitale, the PR Doctor, Art Hamill, Millionaire Mr. X, Taylor Trump, Herschel Gordon Lewis, and many other marketing experts. You'll instantly have a mountain of new products you can use to get more customers, clients, subscribers, and strategic business contacts. Use as free bonuses to sell consulting projects and services. Offer as special incentives to help your clients sell more of their existing products. Package and bundle together to make one-of-a-kind products to give them away free to build goodwill. Educate and excite your clients. Your options of what you can do with this content is endless. This content has been a labor of love that has taken me 10 years to build. I've invested tens of thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours to put this material together, and yet I'm making it available to you as an HMA consultant at no cost whatsoever. HMA resource number 11, a lifetime membership to hardtofinads.com. You'll get over 700 typed word-for-word transcripts from the world's largest digital swipe file of editorial-style ads by the highest-paid and most successful copywriters in the world, like Eugene Schwartz, Claude Hopkins, Gary Halbert, Brian Keith Voiles, John Carlton, and Ben Suarez. This is like having a team of the world's top copywriters on your desk telling you exactly what to write to make a winning promotion. These ads have pulled in hundreds of millions of dollars in sales and are proven templates that will work for you and your clients. In many cases, you can take what's already been done and adapt it to what you're selling. Products with just half the profit-producing ads sell for over $5,000, but they're all yours free as part of this Super HMA consulting package. HMA resource number 12, 24/7 remote control consulting service selling tool. Selling consulting people who don't want consulting can zap your motivation stone dead and eat hours of valuable time. You should only be selling your services to qualified prospects, and so you get a valuable time-saving tool to pre-sell our HMA system for you. It's a PowerPoint presentation outlining all the steps in the HMA system. This presentation will let you send a link to any prospect in the world with internet access and have them learn about what you can do for their business as an HMA consultant. In other words, it takes you out of the selling position until they have gone through the presentation. If your prospect doesn't do this, they aren't uniquely qualified as a legitimate prospect and are not worthy of your valuable time and expertise. You'll get this presentation customized with your photo, your company logo, your website, and your email address branded throughout. This one tool has saved me hundreds of hours by letting me pre-sell and educate prospects about the HMA system without my direct involvement. You'd pay thousands of dollars to produce a selling tool on your own like this, but it's yours to use and brand the second you become an HMA consultant. Resource number 13, you'll own 100% usage rights to all your marketing tools, sales letters, postcards, presentations, ads, press releases, client-generating reports, client testimonials, manuals, my $1 Million Consultants list of service providers, and more. Everything you need. Well, what about support? As an HMA marketing consultant, you'll be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. By that I mean, when you have a question, you get Michael Senoff, not some customer service rep that doesn't speak English. You'll get me working directly with you. You'll get me returning your calls minutes after you leave a message, and that includes weekends. You'll get me returning your emails in hours, not days. You'll even get marketing assets I've accumulated over the years, like my knowledge on direct mail, marketing, advertising, and copywriting. In other words, I am always here for you. No question is a stupid question except a question you don't ask. And I'm personally going to do whatever I can to help you. If you need something, just ask, and I'll do whatever I have to do to get any answer you're looking for, whether it's asking Richard or going to my network of millionaire marketing and business experts. If I don't have an answer for you, I will find someone who does. And finally, as I said at the beginning of this letter, you get to try everything out. Use all the tools and learn all the secrets without having to risk a single penny of your own money. Here's why. If you follow the system step by step exactly the way Richard teaches, and you don't capture your first client in 45 days or less, I'll refund 100% of your purchase price with no questions asked, no hard feelings, and no trying to talk you out of it. All of which means you can test drive this system without risking a penny. And I mean that. I want you to hold my feet to the fire for 45 days. Use the system, play with it, compare it to other systems, and see for yourself exactly what you have in your hands. And if you aren't making money with this system in your first 45 days, then return it. How much does it cost? Well, I've done the math, and the tools, resources, and personal help is easily $22,000 worth of material, probably even a lot more. And other popular marketing systems I've seen with only a tiny fraction of the features in the HMA system cost $30,000 plus ongoing fees and even royalties on the money you make. In fact, that is the standard practice, to take a cut of the money you make with their system. But with Richard's HMA system, you won't be paying paying any royalty fees, nor will you be paying $30,000 or $20,000 or even $10,000. No, you can claim your complete HMA marketing system with the tools, manuals, videos, audios, lifetime access to ongoing HMA University training, and all the high-powered marketing resources I've listed and more for just 6 payments of $995 plus shipping and handling, or 1 payment of $5,970 plus shipping and handling. The 6-payment plan is my way of letting anyone get started. This is not a layaway plan where you only get your system until after all the payments have been made. No, you'll get all 13 resources described in this letter, starting with your first payment of $995 plus shipping. Shipping in the U.S. is only $43. Shipping international is between $90 and $200 depending on your location. And again, there are no additional fees to pay after all your payments are made. This investment is chump change compared to the tens of thousands of dollars you can save and make with our HMA system over the course of your life, even in the first month if you choose. This tax-deductible investment is small compared to what you're getting, especially when compared to what other marketing consulting courses with a lot less value and with all their fees and royalty. However, there are 2 small catches to this. First of all, do you remember earlier in this letter when I said I was giving you my audio creation infomercial at a huge discount? Well, if you become an HMA consultant, you're going to be dealing with a lot of people who will want and need that service. And I'm hoping you will send some of those people my way to get these audio services done when the time is right. If you become an HMA consultant in the next 30 days from the date of this letter, I'll happily pay you a fat 20% finder's fee for any audio work you refer over. Yet another way you can make money with the system without so much as lifting a finger. But this is another of the main reasons why I'm giving you all this value at this ridiculously low price. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't offering this deal as much for me as I am for you. And secondly, even though you're free to use your HMA system anywhere without restrictions, I have severe limits on the number of systems Richard will let me sell within each geographical area. Richard wants to make sure as an HMA consultant you have the maximum opportunity to profit without competitors. So being accepted as an HMA consultant is not guaranteed, and the only way to be sure of claiming your system is to act now. All you have to do is call me personally at 858-274-7851, and together we'll determine if becoming an HMA consultant is right for you. If we're both in agreement, I'll send you a payment agreement by email in the form of a PDF document. You'll complete it and fax it back to me at 858-274-2579. I'll then process your payment and send you the membership details for the HMA Online University, and I'll rush your HMA system to you by U.S. mail or Federal Express. You can start listening to your online audio lessons immediately while waiting for the rest of your HMA system to arrive. And that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me at 858-274-7851. Yours sincerely, Michael Senoff. P.S. Please keep in mind that while it really is easy and simple to make money with Richard's system, it is not for everyone. I say this because if you and I talk and I find that you're not a fit for this system and I say no, please don't take it personally. There are some people who just shouldn't be marketing consultants, especially with Richard's system. But the one way to find out is to give me a call at 858-274-7851. If you get my voicemail, please leave your name, your area code and phone number, say that you're calling about the HMA system, and I'll call you back at once. Please do not email. I get so much spam that your email may never make it to me. If you're still not sure if my HMA system is right for you, go and hear real stories from other HMA marketing consultants in their own words how they were able to get their first clients. All you have to do is go to hardtofindseminars.com/capital AUDIOCLIPS capital H .htm. That's hardtofindseminars.com/audio clips H. The A is capital and the H is capital. Thanks for listening.